Welcome back to my channel. This is Angie from Recover Me. These messages are about sharing an energy, tapping into your energy, find out what you need to know from spirit regarding your recovery at this time. We tap in and find out messages of healing, hope, and clarity for those of you struggling at this time, recovering from any addictions. Of course, I myself am a member of AA. I'm only sober this time around after a relapse last year. I'm sober since October, so just over 5 months now. But yeah, I was inspired by Spirit to bring forward messages of hope and healing for this collective, and I put together this channel just this week. Start releasing some messages for you to help you along your journey. So let's find out, what does Spirit have to say for you guys today? Spirit, please give us messages of guidance. If you're new here, you're welcome. Very much so. There's definitely a message here for you. And if you like my readings style or my energy or whatever it is, just do share an emoji or whatever in the comments section. You could also maybe just like thumbs up, share and subscribe. They would be really helpful. It helps the algorithm as well recognize that the channel is active, and that promotes my channel. So yeah, I'm trying to develop a community here, I suppose, just to support you guys and myself, because it is a healing process. It's like they say in the addiction services, you can't keep it unless you give it away. So yeah, so we'll see what we get today. We've got the Page of Pentacles to start, or the Ace of Pentacles to start, which talks about putting an inspired idea. This is about your present energy. We've got an influence here of the Five of Swords, which talks about fights, arguments maybe around you at this time. Page of Pentacles then is an upgrade from the Ace. It's like putting a plan in place to bring something into the real world. That could be anything. It's like being on the path. This is what you need to focus on at this time. So maybe you had an idea already, the current energy, and it's something that's growing. It's like a seed you want to put in the ground. Maybe start a business, maybe, start a new job. Anything at all to do with real life. Could be anything. Starting a hobby, starting a group, joining a group even. And it can be exactly that, and just getting on the road to it, at the moment, sort of where you're at. So a lot of cards wants to come forward now for the recent past here. What have we got, Spirit, for the recent past? Try and tell me clearly. There's so many want to come together. It's not really, no, still, no, I'm sorry. This is taking a bit of time. Let's have a look. What do we need to know here, Spirit? Recent past with the Ace of Swords. And again, an ace is like an inspired idea. Maybe you in the past recently learned something new. It's a beginner's in mind. You had an idea of maybe pursuing something to, increase your education or add to your, education thus far. But it can be also learning the truth about something. This is the sword of truth. It's a moment of clarity, though, that you had in the recent past or something. You learned the truth, or you learned something new about something that you wanted to know. I feel it from that. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. So this is the energy supporting you, whatever this is, this pursuit that you're on. With your Ace of Pentacles there and the Page of Pentacles, this Ace of Swords is helping it, and this Six of Wands is telling me that you're going to be victorious. You could have public recognition from this, or might be just family and friends recognizing, how you've succeeded in doing something here. Let's have a look now, please, Spirit, at what's coming for us in this collective. What's the future energy look like at this time? Let's see what we have. So I'm open to suggestions, of course, at this early stage of this channel. It's like up to you guys. I am tapping into your energies here intuitively. I am an intuitive reader of tarot cards. I do star signs as well on my other channel, Intuitive Tarot, it's called, with Angie. Um, on YouTube. If you're interested, to check the link in the bio as well. It's in the description box below. Yeah, and I'm, what you call it, hoping anyway to kind of develop a community here. I can tap into your energies, the ones that are around, and that this is for. So make sure you share it with others that you think would benefit from it as well. This content is, timeless as well. Any of these readings that you come across are timeless, and of course, take what fits and leave the rest. Not every message will be for everybody. The Nine of Wands in the near future, this looks like burnout. Look at all those burned sticks at the bottom there on the ground. It's like you're feeling totally overburdened and you want to put down those 9 wands and just say, to hell with this, I'm out of here. It is that feeling of overburdened, burning the candle at both ends, maybe that you've a lot of responsibilities. Wands is about things that you have to do, things that you're responsible for, very much so. We'll get all the way around the table and then I'll have a look for at each card then to try and get more information, additional messages from Spirit for you with clarification cards. So we'll keep on going here. Next card we need to see is guidance from Spirit. 10 of Wands, guys. This is about the end of this sort of turmoil. And this is guidance from Spirit. It's like, put that load down. There's a lot of responsibilities or tasks that you have on your list there, or in under your arm if you want. And a lot of them don't belong to you. And it's got about a kind of frame of mind thing coming through here. It is like you're feeling overburdened. You've way too many things on your plate. And it's time to put that down according to the guidance from Spirit positioning there. So let's have a look at what's your energy around you. This is definitely 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, sorry, is a card of confusion. So we'll find out with our clarifier what exactly that means. It can be confused and it can also be overwhelmed with choice. She can see there, she's kind of looking at every option and she can't really decide. It's too confusing and it's too difficult to pick just one. Got the 5 of Wands then, and your hopes or fears. So you're worried about what the people are going to be doing. 5 of Wands talks about conflict. It talks about, gossip is there as well, and being tied up with everybody else's business. It's like that thing they say in addiction. Tend to your own problems and let everybody else, mind your own business stuff. Those messages that we get. With taking it personally, Q-tip came into my head there. I don't know. So yeah, we're looking at the 9 of Cups then as a potential outcome, which looks like, absolute emotional fulfillment. Their cups are about emotions. And they speak to, you've invested in yourself quite a lot, which you should be so proud of. And that's the thing I've been learning in early recovery is like, how can I start to self-love, which I never wanted to do whilst in active addiction. It was always, where's the next drink or drug coming from for me? So Hanged Man then is a Pisces energy. Some of you might be Pisces, you don't have to be. And it talks about getting a new perspective on things. So I think that this idea that you've had here of doing something in the real world and going on this journey here for whatever that project is for you, like I said, it could be a job, it could be just throwing money at something like home improvement, self-improvement, anything like that. It's about doing courses as well with this Ace of Swords. He's about learning and education and having that beginner's mind. This is a beginner's mind sort of an attitude as well. Any ace really speaks to that. It's early days. It's like the beginning of an idea. But yeah, I really like this. We're heading for the 9 of Cups, which is absolute emotional stability. And I think that's a lot. It's an awful lot of peace coming through with that as well. And a lot to do with protection from Spirit. This cat is defending you, from this crab, which can be a cancer. Maybe you have a cancer in your energy you need protection from at the moment. Anyway, yeah, as I said, take what fits, leave the rest. So we clarify our Ace of Pentacles, please, Spirit, with the Five of Swords. What have we got there? Wow, that's a very big card of celebration, you guys. This is the Four of Wands. It talks about alignment. In the original tarot, it's like a checkpoint. So it's like crossing over a finish line, having complete success, and people celebrating with you. So it could be this idea that you have. It might be something that eliminates this sort of interference in your life. Five Swords talks about people, maybe five energies around you that are kind of bad mouthing you, saying horrible things about you, trying to hurt you with their words. You also maybe you know convinced that other people are gossiping or that they're saying horrible things about you. It can be about your thoughts regarding things that you don't believe in something. But yeah, overcoming this is obviously what we want to do, and it could be this idea that you have for to do something like a project in the real world. Don't listen to the haters that sort of coming through there. And also, this will be a success. So at the moment, you might be feeling this energy of Four of Wands. Wands talk about the fire in your belly and feeling really ambitious and driven and confident. And it can also speak of commitment. It's a card of marriage, a card of business partnership even. And with the Queen of Swords at the back of the deck, then this is telling me this person stands up for themselves. They stick by their boundaries. They are very, very intelligent. It's the Queen of Intelligence, and it's also the Queen of Clarity. She uses that sword of truth to get to the truth, to get to the core of the matter, cut through the fog. You know what I mean? So we'll keep going. Page of Pentacles then is what you need to focus on, which is a beautiful thing. It's going on this new journey. And there's the Devil card. It always comes up in these readings. We've got the Empress at the back of the deck. This talks about you birthing a new reality. She's pregnant there, so it could be a baby. But I'm feeling it's more like something, this project, the Ace of Pentacles there, that idea there is what you want to bring into the world. And it's also very nurturing, this, and you're looking very attractive at the moment, this card tells me, but feeling very abundant and secure, and also the confidence to stand up for herself, stand by her boundaries. The Empress is very magnetic and people are attracted to her, so it's almost like you just need to be yourself. That's what that card says as well. Be true to yourself. It's very much coming through with your Ace of Swords. A Page of Pentacles there for what you need to focus on. It's like something in the real world you can do regarding addictions. Like the Devil card talks to me about addictions, temptations, bad habits, bad maybe friend groups, bad thought patterns. It can be any of those things. Obviously, it can be any of your addictions as well. Sugar, gambling comes through with this image, and, poor fitness, poor self maintenance, when we're in addiction. It can be, and even in recovery. I know myself, I sway from great days of self care or self interest, like as in I want to do the next right thing, or is it like you choose the easier, thinking this is the easier option? But I think that this is you trusting, he's flipping a coin there. Trust in the path that you're on, I think, is the advice here, and try and be aware just of the Devil energy. The Devil is also Capricorn energy, so it might be a Capricorn in your life, or somebody that's just a bad influence. They're constantly saying, will you go on, we'll go out for a bit, or just once, or that sort of thing is coming through too there from Spirit. So just to be aware, you have people that you and you will have people that you can count on that won't be looking for to do all the crazy stuff all of the time. um let's have a look at this. In the recent past, you had an idea, or something hit you, a minute of inspiration, a moment of clarity, or you learned something, or you learned the truth about something, and it's clarified there by the Page of Cups. So Cups is emotions. It speaks to, the seas of emotion. It's all about water and fluid, things moving fluidly. So this Page of Cups here is a messenger, and it's like in the recent past, I think you had a message you received from somebody. It could have been a gesture of affection, forgiveness. You could have forgiven yourself because you actually realized something, the truth about something, and maybe you apologize to somebody. It could be making amends thing. That you want to clear your copybook. I'm noticing he's got such a mess around the place, but it's like you have to you can't make anything without breaking some eggs, or whatever that phrase is. I never get it right, lads. Jeepers, give us a break. But yeah, this is very nice energy here. It's very youthful as well. It could be your child in your energy showing you some emotion, giving you a chance, where things might have been broken before. You could have lied, you could have been telling them, or letting them believe things that weren't true. I know I've done that with my own kids, and they were in the dark a lot of the time. But flip that where it goes now into your own scenarios, you guys. You'll know what fits and what should go where. But the Page of Cups, yeah, that's a messenger. I never said the Page of Pentacles as well is a messenger, and it could be you focus on telling somebody or receiving information from somebody, being open to receive. Somebody might have an idea of something that can be done in the real world about this scenario here. Or you could be suggesting something to them about your addictions, and opening up to people as well as coming through there. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, okay, the Six of Cups there came out at the back of the deck. When we got our Page of Swords, or Page of Cups there, could be apology, forgiveness, or offering a cup of love to someone is this gesture here. Offering people compassion as well, and forgiveness. The Six of Cups here is one of those nostalgic cards. So it kind of looks like, this person is given to their inner child. Or it can be looking back at when you were younger and reflecting on stuff like that and having fond memories. There's a lot of love and flowers and, blossoming in this card here. It speaks to, renewal and just nurturing things. Look at how much attention he's paid to these plants, and they're all flowering and flourishing. So that's the message for this one. Nine of Wands in the near future then, Spirit. What do we have for the collective for the Nine of Wands in the near future? Ten of Swords, guys. This is massive betrayal and pain here. Huge anxiety. Seven of Wands talks about, you trying to defend yourself from outside energies. Look at Ten of Swords is the worst you can get. It's like being stabbed in the back, quite literally, and people kicking you when you're down. This Nine of Wands here, being terrified by the Ten of Swords. It's like way too many things to do and way too much business in your head. Like your head is so busy. It's got 10 swords poking at you there. One sword, the Ace of Swords there, was one thought. So you can imagine bad thoughts or memories that you have of past pains is here, past betrayals, past hurts, however that fits for you. But like Spirit have been guiding you and guarding you as much as they possibly could in this scenario, and it's like you've been through it. I completely feel this pain that so often turns up for myself as well in readings. The Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords, and it is that overburdened and overstressed. That's what's coming through there. That's coming towards you in your near future. But at the same time, what you got to grab from this is like the end of these cycles. The Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords. You can't get any more than 10 swords, all right? So it's about putting down that burden, and this is what you're being guided to do here with the Ten of Wands in your guidance. And the Ten of Swords, I think, will fall away with that once you throw away this belief that you had to carry around all these responsibilities. This is about, incorrect beliefs about yourself as well. So they're very much linked, these two here. But look at Spirit is protecting you. They are scaring off that last person that was at you. So it could be, yeah, you're just, in the near future, you could be coming to a place where you feel overwhelmed by all of this heartache and responsibility overload. But it's a good sign. It's almost like the Tower, if it comes in, it's usually, it comes in to shake things up, and it is like felling a tower that was built on a poor foundation, but we'll speak of it if it comes, and I'd say it could easily be the case. Oh, hold on. I had that in the wrong position all along. It should have been here. Yeah, Six of Wands is where it was supposed to be. I'm sorry, you guys. It's a similar message, though, to be fair. Six of Wands is talking about a victory. It's right underneath your Four of Wands victory card. I was talking about this already, your Six of Wands being, overcoming something, crossing over the finish line in public recognition. And then the Ten of Swords, to clarify it, it's like you are being celebrated in spirit, I'd say, as much as anything, because those images of people in the background there are kind of watery looking compared to the people in the front. So spirit are definitely thrilled with your ability to throw away this 10 wands and to get out of this attitude of overthinking, self-imposed prison of the mind, the feelings of betrayal. You're letting it all go, and that's exactly what they advise you to do as well in recovery, is according to the program I'm in. Anyway, they do always say that, you can't let your past hold you back. You are well deserving of a fresh start, and it is about restarting your life. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I've learned so far in the program, it's been just that. So Nine of Wands, please, Spirit, can we clarify the Nine of Wands? What's coming towards the collective here with this Nine of Wands energy? Please clarify the Nine of Wands for this collective. Gosh, a lot of cards want to come forward on this one too. Okay, Spirit, what have we got for the Nine of Wands, please? And thank you. Let's have a look for you guys. This is amazing. Such a positive spin on everything. It's like, yeah, 9 wands. You've come all the way up to 9. It's great to get to this point. That's your card. The Hanged Man, new perspective coming in. This is brilliant. And the High Priestess at the back of the deck. This talks about you going inward, finding the truth of things, learning to trust your intuition. High Priestess is, the most intuitive card in the deck. Pisces energy is coming through with that as well. So yeah, this is it. Trust your intuition, and you did, and you will in the near future. That's what they're advising you to do. Trust your intuition. When you get to this place of 9 wands, it's too much for me. You're going to get a new perspective. That's what the Hangman means. It's a Pisces card as well. Double Pisces. It might be Piscean in this, but it's like, this guy looks like he's got 2 locks here on himself, right? And he's got this key in his hand, if you can see that little key there. So he's not stuck. If you feel stuck, maybe that's the message as well. Yeah, when you get to this 9 of wands, feeling overwhelmed by what you have to do in the world, responsibilities, it's like, take a step back. You just gotta stop doing for everybody else is coming through. Tend to your own cup. Get yourself some rest. That's what the Hangman says as well, is to stop everything, just pause. This guy, in the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot, it's Odin, the god, the Norse god, and he basically, hung himself from the tree of knowledge until he gained enlightenment and wisdom. And in that position, for that time that he did that, Spirit communicated with him and told him how to divine using runes, among other things. I mean, I don't have the full extent of it, but look up Odin, the Norse god of the occult and, the unseen realms. That's really beautiful. But Spirit is telling you here in the near future, when it gets too overwhelming, rather than doing anything, take a pause, take a breather, do something completely different. Get somewhere that you can, maybe it's at a beach or something. There's a lot of sea there, but get into near a body of water, I feel, is the advice here. And just, honest to God, try and get perspective, because the Hangman is about perspective and flipping that perspective. Like, turn this pain into a gain somehow by coming away from it and detaching, and then getting clarification and clarity in your mind as to what you can do next, you know. So then the Ten of Wands, funnily enough, comes straight after that in your guidance, and that's about putting down this burden, the whole lot of them, which is absolutely wonderful. That's your guidance from Spirit, you guys. You take it. Take that advice. And what else do they want to advise us at this time, please, Spirit? This is just marvelous. That card just jumped up on top, the Hierophant, right? This is about spirituality, guys. And there's the Ace of Cups. You will be able to love again, and you will feel connection again, is what this Ace of Cups is telling me. This is having an idea regarding connections. Maybe it's love. There's two lovebirds there, the doves in the background. But connecting with Spirit as well is another, emotionally fulfilling thing and self-care thing you can do. And the Hierophant here, it's card number 5. It's a card of Taurus. You might have a Taurus in your energy, but this Hierophant is a spiritual leader, that's you, and these are your disciples. And this is the thing about the program, as well as what you learn. To keep it, you need to give it away. And this is exactly what this group here are doing. It's about balance. It's about spiritual leadership. It's also a card of commitment. I have to say that, being blessed. So yeah, this is like, you were being protected, and you were being absolutely, like, trust that Spirit want you to have this change. Card number 5 is about change, and they want you to lean into this thing of releasing all these burdens from your shoulders, that you don't need to carry them anymore. And maybe tune in and do some meditation regarding that as well, when they're all meditating in that image there. But whatever it is that makes you kind of zone out. A lot of people do sports, they find kind of, the heavy duty aerobic sort of exercise that you can just sweat it out, and you can completely, break through a wall, aerobically somehow. Other than that, I think in the dream world or in your meditations that you might, feel totally supported in what you're doing there. But you believe, though, you should believe that you do have support from Spirit, that, there's no need for you to be carrying around the half of the responsibilities you feel you have, because a lot of them aren't yours. If you're anything like me, you'd be rubbish at delegating, and I have been thinking, oh, if I don't do it, nobody will. And it's been that thing of, that's a false belief. Like, and speaking of false beliefs, Two of Pentacles, the back of the deck there. This is about delegation and balance, and I'm just talking about it. So 7 of Cups, in the environment around you, this position tells me 7 of Cups, you're overwhelmed with so many choices. And you're confused. And the Nine of Swords, to clarify it, the Nine of Swords is, overthinking things, up all night, sleepless nights, even over stress, having too much anxiety, too many worries. And it is an anxiety card. So getting up in your head about some emotional choices you have to make, because the Cups are about emotions, and there's 7 of them mentioned here. And it's about overwhelm. So this is the environment around you at the moment, which is overthinking, and being over anxious. Journaling isn't working, nothing's working. But look at the bird here. Spirit is telling you, get outside, get some fresh air, change the energy. I just recently, last week, rearranged bits in my bedroom, and I was saying, oh my God, it's just like a breath of fresh air in the room now. Sleeping there is so much easier. I think it's a cleansing that I was overdue to have in the room. I often sage the room or something like that, just to clear out the old and bring in the new, like Hoover and, mattress, some people say, is another thing you can do. Spirit just reminded me of that. But it's about balance, yourself. In recovery, that's all about, what's the word? Moderation. Do everything in moderation. Don't be trying to change the world in one foul swoop, as they say. It's one day at a time. Isn't that right? So 5 of Wands, in your hopes or fears, like you're worried about what everybody else is doing here. And this is it again. Like I was saying, delegating to people, I'd find it troublesome, because I think, God, they've too much on their plate, or they never do it right, or, They don't want to help. I'm a pain in the backside to them, sort of thing. But we've got a Knight of Cups to clarify, and there's our Ace of Wands. Gorgeous card. This speaks of having a breakthrough thought about something that you can really inspire to do something creative. There's music, art, cartography, writing, anything in the arts, anything creative. It can be painting, of course. Just expressing yourself. That's what this encourages you to do. That Ace of Wands. Get something, just something out there that you'd like to do. Maybe it was something that you liked in childhood. Um, and it is about, kind of replacing the bad habits with the good habits, as they say. So Five of Wands clarified by the Nine of Cups. This is in your hopes or fears. So maybe you're hoping for someone to come towards you. The Knights are about action. Maybe you're thinking of taking action regarding offering somebody a cup of love, compassion, friendship, anything like that. Um, yeah, that's what's in your mind. So have a think about that one. That could be up to yourselves again. Use your own discernment regarding these messages. The Nine of Cups then is in your potential outcome, lads. I'm dying to see what's our clarifier for the Nine of Cups. So Spirit, tell us, please, what is this Nine of Cups in your potential outcome for this collective today? Wow, like all the cards want to come. I don't like seeing that Three of Swords, you guys, but when the things are ready to be dealt with, the universe puts them in our path. It's like when I realized there was nowhere else to go, the universe told me get into an addiction program, and that's how I'm in AA now since last October, and it's been an absolute blessing. I'm not especially religious, but I'm very, very spiritual, and the religion thing is really starting to creep in like more and more with me. I've never been, a follower throughout my life of an ordered sort of religious group of any kind. In our house, it was, oh, isn't that a beautiful card? And there's your Ace of Wands once more. Definitely, twice that's come now. So definitely think of something that you can be doing that lights you up. What is it you love, For me, it's swimming in the ocean, but I don't go in often enough. And it is that thing of neglecting yourself. And, it's the best thing for your mind as well. You feel like you're pouring into your own cup. You're doing something that you totally enjoy. So there's no work involved. Nine of Cups is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles here, it's talking about equal give and take. This is what's going to be happening in your potential outcome if you take the advice of these messages of advice from Spirit. The Six of Pentacles, it could be you're in a situation, maybe in a family, workplace, anywhere, that there's equal give and take at long last. You also feeling that's you there in the center, like totally in your heart energy. And the heart does need healing, with that green, that's the heart chakra. It could be you're doing some heart chakra meditations, but it is about being able, feeling that you've more than enough of things in the real world, like money, food. We can see here it's about having so much that you feel so at ease. She looks so at ease there, being able to give to the younger generation as well as the older generation. um and everybody just feeling on the same page, that everybody's giving as much as to take. That's kind of the reciprocal energy of equal give and take and connection, and this is marvelous. With your Nine of Cups, sure, look at, you'll be as happy as Larry. All right, folks, I'm going to leave that there for today. I wanted to just get you one oracle card here, and I think we'll go with our archangels. They came out yesterday as well for a couple of times, and I hadn't looked at them in such a long time. This is a little mini archangel oracle deck from Doreen Virtue. So let's see what we have for our collective today, you guys. Spirit, please bring us through messages of encouragement and healing and hope. There's one wants to come there. Ooch. Victory. Oh, Lord. And look what it says. Relationship harmony in the other one. So victory. Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Can you see that image, you guys? Those colors, they're iridescent. I love that. And the next one we have is relationship harmony, which is what I was just talking about throughout this reading. This is Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are now being resolved. Wow, that's so beautiful. I really needed to hear that message from the angels today. I don't know about you guys. Yes, it's an ongoing process, this healing thing, but I'm telling you, I'm finding it really hard that the family are so split. But I've trust in spirit that, you know, we will be victorious, you guys, you know. And this sort of connection I have with you lot, it's really, really helping me. So I'm going to leave it there before I get upset or emotional. So lovely connecting with you again today. And I want to thank you all for the bottom of my heart. Do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification